on November 9th trading day that is just kind of taking back its odds gains. Maybe, I have no idea. TGOD. Of course, TGOD stock's gonna get affected because Aurora just said that they are selling TGOD stock for money. So, you know, this is causing fear and panic and causing TGOD stock to take back. So I'm looking forward to a $3 price tag or lower for TGOD when buying in. That's me though. So makes me happy to see TGOD stock taking. Maybe I'll just sell off my TGOD stock that I bought at 420, take a loss, and wait until the stock goes even down further. I'm not sure yet, but my members will know for sure if I do that. And is this it for the video? Oh my god, 7 minutes. Any news today? New cannabis ventures. Wow, that was 7 minutes. Mary Mad invests $30 million in Kentucky CBD processor Canna. So this is the Aurora's cannabis revenue grows 260%, 29.7 in fiscal 1. Planet 13 revenue jumped 63 to 4.9 million in Q3, and that was the 3 pieces of news in the morning. Not very much. Let's look at Planet 13. Planet 13 stock down today. May pick up some depending if it has a correction. This is new age beverage stocks. Down to 9 cents. Does not that. They pick up some. They pick up some. I think that's all I have to say. Well, weeds down right now. Aurora's, kind of floating nice. Okay. TGOD, come on.
So, anyways, yo, we need to find. We gotta figure out how to dial back into this thing. Investor contact. What the hell?
Same thing. Namaste. See, Namaste. Yeah, $1.70. I have a little story for you. I put in Namaste at $1.75, and my broker only bought 100 shares, so I put in a 5,000 share order for Namaste at $1.75.
Aurora Cannabis 2 webcast.
100 shares. I'm really happy that my broker only enabled me to buy 100 shares.
Aurora reschedules timing of the third quarter earnings.
The stock, the further declines. That's just my plan going forward for
conference call. Aurora, never mind. Aurora Mobile Limited out of China.
Guys. I hope you.
Okay, Aurora
what the hell?
Cannabis live conference.
What am I gonna talk about for 15 seconds? $1.43. Glad I'm sold off a little bit in the day.
Yeah, how are we gonna find this call?
Can't find it, eh?
Can you find it?
No, okay. What's their number?
Investor relations, investor contacts, 1855.
Should I call them?
Yeah, sure. I'll try to.
They're probably gonna be so busy.
Yeah, 20,000. One of my accounts no longer has any Aurora
279.
I can definitely add
46
I see a low enough price because I think the stock's going back down to $8 or even lower. In the short term, anyways. Long term, I don't know what's going to happen.
Thank you for calling the Aurora Cannabis Investor Line. Please leave a brief message along with your name and contact info, and we will return your call to you. You can also send your investor relations inquiries to ir@auroramj.com, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you, and have a great.
That's all it is for the investor relations. They should have some kind of. Yeah, I don't know. Investor info, analyst coverage, contact, events and presentations. I clicked on events and presentations, but there's nothing. Oh shit.
It's almost crunch time.
I know. I gotta set up the live stream, man. Oh crap. Window capture. Zoom, there we go. Bam. Perfect.
It's working.
Perfect.
Okay,
Alright,
I might as well do it too. Turn on.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 650 views on that video.
I guess it's already showing, eh? We don't even have to insert anything.
Really?
Cause it's all.
Views on that video.
I guess it's already showing, eh? We don't even have to insert anything. Yeah, cause my live stream's already there.
Really?
Cause it's all.
Are you already live streaming?
Yeah, but I'm unlisted though.
We don't even have to insert anything.
Okay.
Yeah, cause my live stream's already there.
You wanna go public?
Should
Are
we
you
do
already
it?
live streaming?
Yeah, but I'm
let's do
unlisted
it.
though.
We don't even have to insert.
But we don't. We're not even prepared.
I mean, it's okay. We can just
Ask the people. Like, yeah, we had this whole live stream planned out, but we don't even have the main part of it.
No, we can just be like, hey guys, so we're just
We suck.
No, we can just talk about how it's down.
Maybe someone might send us a link.
Oh, Aurora cannabis in the green. Oh shit, up 0.75%. Flying. We yeah, whatever. Let's just go live. We'll figure it out. Someone will say something. But like, guys, we're just here to cover. We're just here for reactions. We're just talking reactions, you know. All right. Tell me when you're ready. I'll do it.
So you're going public now?
I'll do it if you do it.
All right, let's do it.
Are you doing it?
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Let's go.
Public.
Let's go.
Officially public, man.
Yeah, first live stream.
First ever.
But like, how does this work? Like when you see.
I have
There we
no
go.
idea. I'm gonna message Cyberworld, see if he's down to get in on this. Just kidding.
Yeah, you
no,
should.
but the thing is, I think he would have to like get the same program as us, cause you know how complicated it was to do.
There we go. We got some people. Hey, what's up, guys?
What's going on, guys?
ACB. So yeah, we saw ACB tank in the morning. What do you guys think? We were up to $10, and now we're just peeking our head above the green.
Hold on, I'm just messaging.
What's up? So, FML is what?
Fuck my life. What's going on, Narciso Romero?
I know, right? It's a tough one. ACB's been screwing people left and right to feed their bottom line.
Hello, CJ Cooler.
So, how are you guys tuning into the conference call? ACB. Please just keep talking. All is good.
Okay, well, this morning Aurora went up to $10.15 for
I know,
like a
right?
split second. And pretty much immediately after that, Aurora had a massive sell-off, and now we're sitting at about $9.26. If I check on my bank, I think it's lower than that, or it might be around the same. Oh no, it's a bit higher in my bank right now.
Yeah, ACB is currently trading in.
And pretty much all the companies followed through with that. So the whole
Yeah.
marijuana sector is red. Let's see if there's any company that is not red.
We saw
Tilray's
Hexo-
actually
we
up.
saw Hexo pull up 5% already, though.
Tilray's the only company that seems to be in the green. Yep. ICANN. Oh no, that's. Let's see what else. Maybe some of these penny stocks are doing good. Pure is
Yeah,
doing
I
good.
know who goes in the red from a good report. It was pretty annoying. It was pretty annoying to see that stock sell off. How many people you got in your live stream right now?
I have 6 people watching.
I've got 90.
Wow, man. 8 people watching now.
What's up, guys? I know all the cannabis companies are down. Jeez, it's annoying.
I know
But we're
it's.
seeing ACB in the green now. Finally, I mean,
Well, I'm looking at TradingView.com and they're down 1.5%. So
really, I'm on my BMO live streamer right now. So
I feel like the numbers that your bank shows you is not always the most accurate.
morning, guys. Morning.
So we've been trying to find that press conference call.
Yeah.
Who here knows where to get a link for that press conference call? And it's okay, CJ Cooler. At least you stayed to watch. Thank you for showing up, CJ. We're talking stocks right now, but Elizabeth wants to know crypto or stocks. You know anything about crypto, Aaron? Anything you want to talk about crypto?
Are you sharing screen?
I should be. It looks like you guys see me, right? You guys see me fine, everything?
Because my stream's not streaming anymore. Can you just
What in the world is happening in this stock market? Honestly, Whale, Aurora did report pretty decent numbers, and in the morning,
Investing Hustler, can you stop sharing your screen for a sec?
I can't, man. People are here. Just kidding. Why do you want to stop sharing?
No, because it's like not allowing me.
Oh, it said Departures Capital fell down. Someone just said that. You can't show it again? Yeah, people are coming here. Yes, they left you and they're coming here.
Bro,
Yes, I'm joking. No, okay, but this is what happened. So Aurora had a nice morning, a nice green morning, and everyone just collected profits. Maybe Cyberworld shut down the market because he sold 20,000 shares. Is it working or not?
No.
Oh no, Elizabeth just said he sees you. I see him on your stream, but not on his.
Wait a sec. So, are you sharing screen still?
With OBS?
No. 1 second. Let's try this again, guys.
Sorry, we're having some technical difficulties. By the way, this is both of our first ever live streams.
Yeah.
So it's probably not gonna go as smooth as we want it to. But thank you guys for showing up. I'm surprised there's this many people. I was expecting like 2 people to watch.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with Zoom right now. Zoom's tripping. Okay, maybe that's better. I don't know. Yeah, that should be better. Sorry, guys. I hope. Jeez.
Yeah, they should be jumping, but I think it's just a lot of profit taking right now. People are not feeling too confident in the marijuana industry. And what was their gross revenue? 30 million, 29 point something?
Is that better?
When you compare that to a market cap of 8 billion, so 30 million gross revenue and a market cap of 9 billion. Oh man, why did the naughty button come out?
Okay.
Aurora, oh yeah, on top of that, Aurora is getting sued. Thank you for that, Elizabeth. I think they're getting sued by
okay, guys.
MedRelief or Canem. Yeah, MedRelief, I think. No, who's suing Aurora? Was it MedRelief? Oh, I got a copy of the press conference. We could listen to that.
This is naughty business.
Is it working for you or not?
Okay, sorry about that. I don't know what the heck happened there. My thing's tripping out.
Here, we could listen to the press conference.
Yeah.
I think so. Cyberworld. Shout out to Cyberworld. If you guys are not subscribed to Cyberworld, check out his channel.
Shout out to Cyberworld for crashing Aurora's stock.
Yeah, he sold 20,000 shares, and immediately after he sold those shares, Aurora went down.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
So,
jeez, yeah, Aurora dropped like 6%. We're just peeking our head above the red right now, up 0.3%. But hey, it's faring a lot better than some of the others.
Webcast capacity is reached. We won't even be able to listen to it.
What do you mean?
This webcast has reached the registration capacity set by the producer, and it is no longer accepting registrants. If you have previously registered for this webcast, you can log in using your emails. This is for the first quarter press conference. which was
Should we
at
hit it?
10:30 a.m. and we can no longer listen to that conference.
That's lame.
It is pretty lame.
Whatever. People don't people don't care about the press conference. They just want to hear us talk about Aurora, I guess.
Yeah, well, have you actually I did make a couple buy orders. None of them went through. I'll let you guys know all the orders that I've placed.
Just hit it. Okay, fine.
Yeah, I've made a lot of naughty orders. So and these are all Canadian prices. So I put an order for TGOD at 375. I bought 500 shares. I put an order for XLY at 92 cents. I put an order for Cron at 1045. I put an order for Hexo at $5.60. And I don't think Aurora will go down this low, but I did put an order for Aurora at $8. So I haven't bought any shares yet, but I just put in some orders just to see how low this
Hey,
market
what's up
goes.
to Instagram? Oh. How many people you got? I got 238 people watching.
Damn, I have 43. I'm pretty
Nice.
happy though.
That's pretty
Oh,
good, though.
Christopher sent me a link. I'm gonna open it. This better not be a virus,
Uh-oh.
Christopher.
You're gonna open that link on Livestream?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Oh, so he just sent me the earnings
What was
report.
it?
I mean, I guess we could read it. 260% revenue growth.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But then again, you did see a strong morning. Like Aurora did go up all the way to
Yeah.
$10 a share, and then it just immediately dropped. So people must have just collected those profits as soon as they saw them. Because maybe there was a lot of swing trades. Like a lot of people might have bought in on Friday.
Yeah. No, it's true. I mean, that was a pretty nice pop.
No,
I
a
don't know, we'll
night
see where
me
we-
and Departures Capital did not register this weekend. Honestly, Saturday I had 0 hours of sleep. I'm not even over exaggerating. Saturday I had 0 hours of sleep. Even today, this guy had to call me. I was not ready to do this. I I was so tired. I don't know how I got this boost of energy.
So when do you think ACB will ever go back to 14 without a beverage deal
Or
until
getting
it'll
sued.
never hit 11? Yeah, investing hustler. What do you think about the next deal for ACB? Like,
The next deal
What's-
for ACB.
like what's going on? Are they gonna get a deal? When are they gonna go back into the tens? Like,
I don't
naughty,
honestly.
naughty.
I think that these big companies, they want to see Aurora drop more. So I feel like once Aurora has a nice dip, like maybe to the $7, then we might see a deal, because these companies, they're not gonna want to pay. Coca-Cola, they've been around for years, so they have a lot of experience. They're not gonna overpay for a company, so maybe they want to see Aurora dip to like 7, maybe to 8, and then they might get a deal. But no one knows it. I don't even think it's gonna be a Coke deal anymore, because that rumor came out like 2 months ago and nothing happened. What do you think?
It's tough to say.
Oh, look at A Knight. If you can contact me privately, I'll share my email so you can join in the press
Ooh.
conference. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
A
yeah,
Knight,
do that.
how do I contact you privately?
Get in that press.
My-
Get in the press
I
conference.
know.
The stock's just trading sideways.
Yeah, Aurora Cannabis is at 932. Actually, it's starting to recover a bit right now. It hit its low of $9.13, went all the way up to 930. Now it's at 932.
Very desk crypto space. Yeah, the crypto space was very interesting.
I don't know how to contact people privately. This is our first live stream ever, guys. So we are
Yeah, that's
very
true.
new
Coke
to this.
They didn't really have any plan. Like, they announced that they're not gonna do a deal soon. Coke deal's history. They need another reputable company. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I feel like everybody's been waiting for that big deal for a long time. Go Oxley. I think naughty naughty. A deal is different than a buyout. Yeah, for sure.
That's cool. You could put a user in timeout.
I love cake. Cake. What kind of cake? What kind of cake you like, Investing Hustler?
I like cheesecake and ice cream cake. How about you? This is an Aurora Cannabis. They're recovering right now. It seems to be.
Yeah, ACB is recovering that 3 cents.
Yeah.
Any cake is good. Any cake
Oh,
is
but
good.
they're having a lot of no, it's not that much volume. Look, check out
Yeah,
that
we were
volume in the
looking.
morning. Holy crap, man.
Let your bank do your investing. Are you coming back to the green a little? Do you guys know about NBEV? Yeah. And what is NBEV doing today? What is NBEV up to? Because they tanked like crazy.
I think A Knight's a hero. He just sent me the live stream.
Cannabis retail
Oh,
stores.
you guys hear that or
They
no?
reported achieving approximately $3.7 million
There you go.
of sales in the first 19
A Knight,
days.
he's
from its
our
first
knight
5
in shining
stores,
armor. Thank you
with the
so much,
average
A Knight.
dollar
A Knight's a
amount
boss.
of each
Thank you, A
transaction
Knight.
2 to 3 times greater than what they see in their liquor stores.
Livestream
We understand
amateurs
that
over
strong
here.
customer demand
Yeah,
is
first
continuing.
time.
Alcanna is positioned well
And
to
Bev's
achieve
down
the
again.
maximum
Sorry,
permitted
guys.
number of 37
Whoa.
stores in Alberta in the first year of
Free market should
legalization,
have sold.
and is targeting expansion in provinces where regulations permit
What will Aurora
privately
stock
owned
be at the
retail
end of the week?
cannabis. I'm pleased to say that while we capitalized on the significant
I wish I knew, man. I
of
wish I
Canadian
knew.
adult
Do you
consumer
guys hear this
we
or
have
no?
continued to service our core medical cannabis
Starting to think
business.
ACB is a great
To ensure that we were
pumpkin
able
is
to
never
honor our
showing up.
commitment to our
But
existing patients,
yeah, I know they
our
started
top
up
priority.
7%.
We held new patient
Negative
intake
2.5%.
steady while building up inventory for the consumer market.
So
The market
Namaste.
opportunity
Do you have any
for the
Namaste
consumer
investing,
market
Hustler?
in Canada is
I have
exciting.
Namaste,
At
but
our
I
core,
didn't
however,
buy any.
we are a
So
medical company striving to help
Pacey
patients
said,
in Canada
I bought
and
ACB in the
internationally.
high tens. Should I just
To
sell at a
enable us
loss
to
or
meet
try to
demand
recover the
from
money
all markets,
elsewhere? Or
ramping
should
up
I ride it
production
out until I
continues to
am
be top
green?
priority. In the quarter, we increased production compared to the prior quarter
The
by
thing is, I can't really give you
126%
advice, but
to
if
almost
that were me,
5,000 kilograms,
I would just
and nearly
average down.
quadrupled this
I would
compared
not
to
sell
last
at a
year,
loss. That's
driven by
because
the
I
addition
hate
of
selling
the
at a
CanMed
loss.
and
But
MedReleaf
everyone
facilities,
has a different
as well as
situation.
the
Some
first
people might
harvest
want
from
to.
Aurora Sky and
Some people
Aurora
might need
O.
the money. Some people
Presently,
have the
we
money to
have
keep
8
averaging
facilities
down.
with
So
operating
it all
licenses
depends
and
on your
6, including
situation.
Aurora Sky, with a sales license. And we're progressing toward our first harvest in Denmark.
They're trying to
The
listen to the
phase
call.
1 facility
Let's
in
just listen
Denmark
to the
has
call
a
for a bit.
capacity of
Yeah.
8,000
I'll take
kilograms
that.
per year and will play an integral role.
He calls
And
me.
Aurora
Okay.
in Medicine Hat, Alberta. Construction of Sun is underway, with first planting expected in 2019, bringing our total funded capacity to over 500,000 kilograms annually. Our Sky class facilities are state-of-the-art and highly automated, with an expected production cost of well below $1 per gram. These low costs, while delivering product of consistent, high quality, are a function of the yield and production efficiency technologies implemented to an extent not seen anywhere else in the cannabis industry. Extensive automation, including robotics, delivers economies of scale, while on the energy side, we're harnessing the power of the sun, and we capture excess heat for reuse. The facility features further technologies to optimize energy use, such as accessing free heating and cooling energy during the warmer and colder months, respectively. Electricity consumed by the facility is supplied through 2 independent substations, feeding 2 independent electrical rings, which have been set up with interconnects, as well as a backup independent power generator to ensure full redundancy. The electrical rings are monitored and controlled by a digitalized management system with switchgear to move power through the facility quickly and efficiently. The systems described above have now been commissioned successfully and will contribute to significant energy savings compared to more traditional facilities that would yield a similar production output on an annual basis. Finally, the facility is equipped with many yield optimizing technologies, such as complete control of environmental variables and disease and pest prevention. All of this makes the Sky class facilities the leading cultivation facilities in the world to produce large quantities of high quality product at low cost, targeting our rapidly growing markets at home and across the globe. As we complete construction of our facilities, bringing them fully online requires both production and sales licenses from Health Canada. In the quarter, we made progress with licenses granted at several facilities. Our O facility in the Chute, Quebec, was granted a production license in September. This 4,500 kilogram per year facility is built to EU GMP standards, as are all of our facilities, and will allow us to complement our larger production facilities by supplying niche cannabis markets. We held the grand opening of Aurora O on November 5th and are pleased to report that all bays are planted and we're working toward obtaining the sales license for the facility right now. At several of our facilities, we also received Health Canada licenses for the production of cannabis derivative products, including oils, soft gels, and capsules. At present, about 1/5 of our revenues are coming from, actually I believe it's higher than that, I believe it's about 1/3 of our revenues are coming from derivative products, and we expect this to continue over time, mainly as our innovation teams continue to develop new products. A good example is Aurora Cloud, something that we're very proud of. It's the first, and as far as we know, the only vape-type product permitted for sale in Canada by Health Canada. Aurora Cloud is a high-potency CBD vape-ready oil cartridge. That Aurora is the only LP able to offer this type of product is testament to both the abilities of our product development and regulatory teams and our commitment to innovation. Other higher margin products that we're able to offer today include capsules, soft gels, pre-rolls, and topical creams. We have many other products in the pipeline, as well as work with our strategic partners, such as CTT and Evio Beauty, to bring new products to market. This is important for a couple of reasons. First, more and more consumers, both medical and recreational, are choosing to ingest cannabis through derivatives rather than smoking dried flower. And second, these represent higher margin products for us. Delivery technologies obviously are an important focus of our product development team, but we're also heavily engaged in medical research. We have the largest science team in the industry, to our knowledge, and between Aurora, MedReleaf, and CanAmed, we've completed or are engaged in some 40 clinical trials and case studies and are progressing on 7 preclinical studies. And we're in the planning stages of a large number of new clinical trials. The objective of these studies is both to develop marketable intellectual property such as more narrowly targeted higher margin therapeutics, and to further strengthen our brand recognition with medical professionals on a global basis. We continue to deliver growth organically, but we're also executing well on strengthening and positioning the company for global leadership through M&A. In the quarter, we've continued to execute on this strategy, building our business across the value chain through strategic acquisitions that build, enhance, and diversify our strong leadership position. In July, we closed our acquisition of MedReleaf. We've discussed this extensively previously, and the contributions MedReleaf make to Aurora, to our position as a leading global cannabis company, they're tremendous. The integration of MedReleaf is well underway and progressing smoothly. In fact, it will be completed by the end of this month, November. Given our pace of acquisitions, we have made integration a core competency under the experienced leadership of Andre Jerome, our Senior Vice President of Integration. To give you an example, CanAmed was fully complete. The integration of CanAmed was fully complete within the 90-day timeline that we had set out for ourselves. And we're starting to accelerate the company and derive the strategic synergies that were part of the rationale for that acquisition. For instance, both cultivation capacity and oil processing capacity have dramatically increased at CanAmed, and we're leveraging the clinical trials CanAmed had completed and that are ongoing. CanAmed also has and continues to make contributions in terms of product development. Finally, we're leveraging CanAmed's exceptionally strong network of prescribing physicians and the company's educational processes and capabilities. And we'll be deploying this model globally to drive even further growth. The MedReleaf integration is also progressing extremely well, and we're already putting in place programs to realize the numerous strategic synergies. These include MedReleaf's operational methods underlying its industry-leading production yields, their data-driven cultivation practices, their product development, and their medical research capabilities. Furthermore, MedReleaf's consumer brands and products have resonated exceptionally well with the adult usage market, making an important contribution to our successful launch in this new market. In August, we also closed the acquisition of Anandia Labs, the industry leader in cannabis plant science and cannabis product testing. It too is in the process of being integrated. The amalgamated R&D teams from Aurora, Canamed, MedReleaf, and now Anandia provide us with the leading research team in this industry and an enhanced ability to generate higher plant and oil yields, introduce new high-margin products, and more effective patient solutions, all part of our innovation efforts through the value chain as described earlier. As I mentioned, the legalization of cannabis in Canada on October 17th was a very significant milestone. However, we continue to see and focus on the much larger economic opportunity, and that's the global medical cannabis market. At quarter end, Aurora was present in 20 countries across 5 continents, and we continue to entrench that presence through acquisition, business expansion, and strategic partnerships. We significantly increased our presence in South America in the quarter when we entered into an agreement to acquire ICC Labs, a leading cannabis company in the region with over 70% market share in Uruguay and medical cannabis licenses in Colombia. Combined with MedColombia, which we acquired through MedReleaf, we now have a very strong platform to grow throughout the continent. ICC shareholders have now approved that deal, and we anticipate receiving the final regulatory approval from Uruguay required to complete the transaction very shortly. As well as access to local expertise and a low cost of production, ICC is developing a state-of-the-art GMP-compliant extraction facility in Uruguay with a capacity to process 150,000 kilos of CBD cannabidiol feed per year. What's more, this facility is located in Uruguay's free trade zone, which exempts exports from any local tax. Long term, the global CBD wellness market is a huge opportunity. We are proactively acting on this potential and see opportunities to realize synergies between ICC and our majority ownership in Hempco in Alberta. These opportunities are further amplified through our acquisition of Europe's largest organic hemp company in September. AgroPro and its sister company, Boreala, produce, process, and distribute organic hemp and hemp products globally and have substantial land under contract with a capacity of more than 1 million kilos of organic hemp per year. Previously, they had selectively harvested the seeds as a food supplement, leaving millions of dollars of hemp biomass on the field each harvest. We intend to work with them to extract and refine the entire hemp plant into a wide range of CBD-based wellness products, while continuing to develop their markets for other hemp-derived products. With this large presence in the CBD space, we're embarking on a CBD-focused strategy that covers the entire value chain, from supply through genetics, research, and clinical trials, to product development and distribution, and distributing product to international markets across 5 continents. Other international expansion achievements in the quarter include the letter of intent that we signed with the government of Malta to establish a seed-to-pharma medical cannabis facility on that island. We will be the majority interest in a joint venture with the largest pharmaceutical wholesaler in Malta and serve the domestic Maltese and Southern European markets. Another milestone in Europe was achieved post-quarter, when we were the first non-government business to be granted approval by the Polish Ministry of Health to supply medical cannabis into that market. Poland is now our 6th cannabis market in Europe, making us the leading cannabis company on the continent. We are not done. We're targeting market entry into multiple other jurisdictions and anticipate driving further growth as we capitalize on our early mover advantage in these critically important markets. Not to leave a continent behind, in the quarter we completed our first export of cannabis oil products to Australia. The product was supplied to medical patients by our local partner, Can Group, who've also received plant genetics from Anandia to enhance their cultivation program, while they're also in the process of developing an Aurora Larson Project design cultivation facility with capacity for up to 50,000 kilos of cannabis annually. Can Group's long-term plans include export, and the facility is being located at the Melbourne International Airport. As you can see, the first quarter of fiscal 2019 was very active and very productive, and also, for Aurora, kind of business as usual. I'd now ask Glenn to discuss the financials for the quarter. Glenn.
Thanks. Good morning, everyone. Aurora's financial performance in the first quarter of fiscal 2019 reflected the numerous achievements and quite gratifying progress Cam just described. We had very strong quarter-over-quarter revenue growth, with extract-based products continuing to comprise more than 31% of our cannabis revenue, resulting in a healthy gross margin of 70%. This quarter included just over 2 months of MedRelease results, consolidating from the acquisition date of July 25th.
Guys.
Overall, revenue increased to $29.7 million for the quarter, up 55% from Q4 of fiscal 2018 and 260% from the same quarter in the previous year. Revenue growth was mainly attributable to much higher patient numbers and increased product availability following the acquisition of CanniMed and MedRelease. Continuing development of our international markets and the first glimpses of the impact of the Canadian adult use market. On a pro forma basis, including MedRelease and Andia and AgriPro, as though they had been acquired July 1st, 2018, revenue would have been $35.8 million, reflecting a 333% increase in revenues over the prior year. As I noted a moment ago, consistent with last quarter, extracts represented about 31% of cannabis revenue. A year ago, oils were 20% of cannabis revenue. We expect the percentage of sales attributable to oil and extract-based products to increase in future quarters as new products are introduced, including Aurora's recently licensed soft gel capsules. The inclusion of MedRelease results had a mixed impact on selling prices. The average net selling price of medical dry cannabis increased by 37 cents over the previous quarter due to MedRelease's higher net sales price of $8.90
I got a what?
per gram.
People are saying you got a halo over your head.
Sales price of cannabis extracts decreased
Yeah,
by
it must be that
$1.40 per
light.
gram as we integrated MedRelease extract pricing. As Cam noted earlier, we were well prepared and had a successful launch into the Canadian adult consumer use market.
Thanks, bro.
We began shipping cannabis to provincial wholesalers at the end of September and recognized a small amount of revenue, about $600,000 in Q1 2019.
The only rain I'm going to be making are all the tiers ACB because so much.
Since then, we have been pleased with our performance in this market to date, both in terms of market share and average selling price. Post-acquisition, rapid improvements in CanniMed's facilities and production methodologies resulted in a 25-cent or 15% decrease in our cash cost to produce a gram of cannabis, dropping to $1.45 from $1.70 in the previous quarter. As more production comes online from Aurora Sky, we expect production costs per gram to continue to decline.
My stream just stopped.
Our cannabis production in the quarter more than doubled.
It says I have
from the
0
previous
people
quarter,
watching, but
up from
there's people commenting,
2,212
which is
kilograms
weird.
in equivalent to almost 5,000
Yes,
kilograms.
there's 0 people watching too. My stream just
The
stopped.
significant increase in production in Q1 results from
I think
continuing
it's
yield
Zoom meetings
improvements,
or
the integration of our recent acquisitions, and the first harvest from O and Sky. Supporting our existing patients in Canada and Europe required almost 2,700 kilograms in the quarter,
Yeah,
allowing us
194.
to continue to build new, high-quality inventory in preparation for the adult consumer market in Canada. As Cam noted, as at today's date, we are
Thanks,
now
guys.
producing at an annualized rate exceeding 70,000 kilograms. Our mission is to build a global leader in the cannabis industry. On the corporate side, we have continued to support this objective by investing in the infrastructure and talent required to pursue the unique and significant opportunities in the adult consumer use and the international medical markets.
It's getting
This is
hot
partially
in here.
reflected by our headcount, which is now over 1,600 skilled and very motivated employees. G&A costs in Q1 2019 were $35.9 million, a 59% increase over the $22.6 million in the last quarter. This change is a result of the increased headcount, new office space, and other expenses to accommodate our rapid growth, including our U.S. listing costs. About $6 million of the increase is from the incorporation of MedRelease expenses, some of which are related to the acquisition and are non-recurring, such as certain public company costs. To establish strong brand awareness in advance of the October 17th adult use legalization, we invested in a significant number of marketing activities. We also continued to build out our internal sales and marketing talent and capabilities. Overall, these expenses increased by 99% to $29.4 million from $14.8 million in Q4 2018. Over 80% of the increased spend was directly related to the October 17th launch and is non-recurring. As you are aware, the scope of marketing has been significantly curtailed pursuant to the Cannabis Act as of October 17th, so going forward, we expect our sales and marketing expenses to be quite a bit lower until regulations change, if and when they do. Innovation is also crucial to our objective of building a high-margin business in the global cannabis industry. As markets develop, there will be more consumer demand for customized strains, new delivery mechanisms, and also continued internal productivity initiatives such as higher-yielding strains and techniques. The combination of Aurora's R&D team, along with those of MedRelief and Anandia, have given us unsurpassed science and product development capabilities. Work on these initiatives, along with the process improvement and enhancement efforts at Aurora Sky, have resulted in a healthy increase in R&D expenses compared to the prior quarter. With our industry-leading science and product development teams working extremely hard, we expect our investment in research and innovation to continue to grow, although not at the same pace as our revenue growth. We are well funded to execute on our growth strategy, including accelerated international expansion, targeted acquisitions, increases in our talented staff, support for science and innovation, and investing in our world-class facilities. As at September 30th, we had $147.8 million in cash and equivalents, a $58.6 million increase from the previous quarter, and well over $400 million of market value in publicly traded strategic partners. In conclusion, Aurora delivered another quarter of strong revenue growth with very healthy margins, had a successful launch into the adult consumer use market, and continued to invest in talent, science, and technology to position us to achieve our mission of building a high-margin global cannabis leader. The company is in robust financial health and is well positioned to capitalize on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'll now pass the call back to Cam.
Thank you, Glenn. We are obviously very pleased with our progress in the quarter and the platform that we have in place to achieve continued growth. We're vertically integrated across the value chain, enabling us to capture more margin, accelerate the development and market introduction of higher margin products for the consumer wellness and medical markets, increase operational efficiencies, and target a rapidly growing global audience. We continue to be successful in the international medical market and have made a great entrance into the consumer use market in Canada. Our scale and capitalization enable us to act on opportunities very quickly, positioning us exceptionally well to capture leadership, capitalize on the enormous potential of the global cannabis industry, and to accelerate growth. We're strongly committed to delivering shareholder value, and before we open the call to questions, I'd like to mention a couple of initiatives that complement our strong growth. First is our spin-out of Australis Capital, which was completed in September. Canadian beneficial shareholders received units of Australis consisting of 1 common share and 1 share purchase warrant, and an opportunity to participate in the attractive U.S. cannabis market. There is incredible growth potential in the U.S. with high-quality operations, attractive innovators, and a large market of patients and consumers. However, as cannabis remains a Schedule I controlled substance in the U.S. alongside heroin, these companies' access to capital is constrained. Australis brings to the U.S. market a management team and board with vast capital markets experience and deep cannabis industry backgrounds to identify, evaluate, and pursue investments. To date, Australis has announced 3 exciting transactions, has successfully increased its capitalization, and is working diligently on delivering growth. Second is our listing on the New York Stock Exchange, where we commenced trading on October 23rd. Achieving that listing is a reflection of our success at growing as a company and will allow us to attract a larger audience of global institutional and retail investors. The last thing I want to mention after a quarter as good as this is that Michael and Terry and Glenn and I are incredibly proud of our team. The performance of our people across every function has been stellar. We couldn't be more proud. And Christine, perhaps now you can open the call for questions.
Thank you. In order to ask a question, please press star and the number 1 on your telephone keypad. We'll pause for just a moment to compile the Q&A roster.
Asking, guys, what are we asking?
Your first question comes from the line of Tammy Chen, BMO Capital Markets.
Can I ask
Your
a
line is
question?
open.
Let me see.
Thanks. Good morning, everyone. I just had a couple of questions here. First is just to confirm your 70,000 kilogram run rate. So I just want to confirm, how should we think about that? Is that, so fiscal Q2 is essentially the 70,000 divided by 4, that will be your production, or will it still take you some time to get there given the harvest lead times?
So that is very specifically our annual run rate that we've achieved, and it's comparable to the $45,000 figure that we cited in our last quarter. I mean, it will take us a while. That's the annual run rate, but it will take us a while, and we will ramp up. Now, the other thing to bear in mind is this is a moving target. So by the beginning of calendar 2019, we're looking at in excess of 150,000 kilograms annual run rate. And then we're targeting by the beginning of 2020, that's when we're targeting about 500,000 or 500,000 plus.
I don't think it'll go up today. Maybe at the end of the day.
It's an excellent question. We're right in the heart of this ramp up. We're right on the curve. But you're right. I mean, those are bays that are planted and growing and in production. But the harvest cycle, you're not going to see that level of harvest in Q2. So they're planted, producing. It does take a couple of months to grow, a little bit of time to dry, harvest and dry. So you're really going to see that level of production coming towards the end of the quarter, as in terms of harvest and availability to the market.
Okay, got it. Thank you for clarifying that. The second question is, obviously you've supplied in the first 2 weeks of October, but could you talk about now? We're past October, your ability to supply with the inventory you've got on hand and production coming on, in terms of how much you've committed to the provinces going forward and your ability to supply that going forward. We've also heard that the provinces are taking product from any producer that has, and I'm wondering, could you speak to if you're in a position to also be able to supply more than your original commitment should the provinces come around asking for more?
We will be, but remember that we're in the process of ramping up right now. We just got the sales license for Sky. That's great. We've got additional harvest coming out of there. We're anticipating our sales license at Aurora O very soon, and we're having our first harvest in the next couple of weeks. So we will be able to ramp it up, but we can't make commitments like that. I understand what you're asking because we've heard the discomfort of provinces who across the board have not been able to achieve a sufficient supply. We think have done better than other companies and some of our peers. We will be ramping up. We'll be able to pick up some of the slack soon, but we can't do that immediately.
Okay. And lastly from me is, could you talk a bit about how your wholesale pricing in the adult use market has been, your positioning of products in good, better, best?
Tammy, what I can say, rather than good, better, best, is that our average pricing is above what you would expect just for dried cannabis. Don't forget we're selling capsules and oils and pre-rolls, and all these are at a higher price than just dried cannabis. So to date, and that's, this is a very small sample size, but to date, we're averaging a little over $5.50 a gram or gram equivalent. You can extrapolate what you want from that. We'll see. I think we need a longer sample size. We need to see as the strong demand from consumers persists, and as we've demonstrated high quality and the ability to supply, this is an ongoing negotiation with the provinces. So those that can supply with high quality and consistently may be able to demand even higher pricing than we're currently getting right now. So it's the very initial stages, but as I said earlier, we're very pleased with our ability to supply and the pricing on average that we've gotten to date.
Sure, just to add to that, it's Terry Booth here. The other factoid that is coming around the corner is product development. And as we put more gel caps on the shelves, more
$8.97
cartridges on the shelves, and other product developments that are coming down the pipe, you'll see an increase in the price per gram that we're garnering from these provinces. The demand speaks for itself, as Cam reiterated. There is a high demand for the Aurora Med Relief product in these provinces. The provinces initially wanted everybody to come out sort of flat because they didn't know really who had the champagnes and who had the bubbly. And certainly we feel that we have the champagnes that have in the medical system, and that will eventually, that demand will lead to higher pricing in the provinces, without a doubt.
Okay, those were all my questions. Thank you.
Thanks, Tammy.
Not a
Your
problem.
next question comes from the line of Martin Laundry from JMP Securities. Your line is open.
Hi, good morning, guys. Good morning. My first question, just to clarify, you're talking about Ontario having 30% of the total supply. Is this 30% of the sell in, or is it 30% of the sell through?
As far as we're aware, and as you know, it's hard to accumulate the data, but this is the actual sales of cannabis into the Ontario system, not selling to the provinces, but their actual sales. So, Martin, it's again early days, but where we can get access to data, some provinces are more forthcoming than others at this early stage. Our market development team has been looking under the covers, trying to get insights into what's moving, what's not, how we're doing relative to the other folks, that type of thing. So that's their actual sales. It looks to us like we achieved about 30% of the Ontario sales, to date.
Well, okay. And, to your knowledge, that 30% share in Ontario, is it representative of what you have in the rest of the country, or did you over-index in Ontario?
We don't know. We don't know because we don't have clarity. Only some provinces have any kind of information posted publicly available right now. So we've just pulled what we were able to from the province's websites.
Martin, sorry, Cam.
Yeah.
The other thing to be noted is that we did supply the SKUs that we said we would, unlike other competitors. And by virtue of supplying the SKUs, we've gained confidence from these provinces. Yes, of course, they're all asking for more. They underestimated their own demands, but we have a medical market to maintain. We have a European market to maintain. So we're going to maintain supply as per our contractual commitments. When additional product comes online, we'll be ready to supply that as well. And that's when we'll do the upticks.
There is other anecdotal places you can go. If you go to the BC website, you can sort their cannabis products by best sellers. If you sort by best sellers, you'll see that we have 4 of the top 5 selling strains from the beginning of from October 17th. So they're glimpses. We can't say what that means in terms of a percentage.
Because ACB is not my only holding.
So again, we'll get more and more clarity over the next few quarters, but it's been a very nice start.
So, Martin, just to sum this up, our sense is that we're doing well, very well out of the gate in the consumer system, but we just don't have access to a ton of data right now. And as Terry said, I think we're doing a very, very good job of balancing out, maintaining supply on our menu for our 67,000 registered patients across the country, and making sure that they have access to a variety of medical products, in addition to continuing to ship product to our international markets. To be able to do so well across all 3 market segments is something we're very proud of.
Okay. And as we speak today, are you completely sold out, or do you still have some inventory that you can supply to the provinces?
We wouldn't sell out.
Yeah.
We have a budgeted amount of cannabis per month for our patients, for our European countries, and for the adult use market in our provinces. Who would sell out of all their cannabis? That would be a mistake we would not make.
Yeah, no, so we do have additional inventory, and we are replenishing the orders to all the jurisdictions that we're serving, which I believe is 12 out of 13 in Canada now.
Okay, and just my last question is on Aurora Cloud, your vape cartridge. Is this going to be potentially available for the recreational market?
Not yet. That has to wait for the new regulations anticipated with respect to concentrates and edibles. Now, the one thing to remember there is the Cannabis Act itself says that those regs allowing for those products to be sold have to be in place by 1 year post legalization, so October 17, 2019. But we don't have to wait that long. And my suspicion is, given that if you know what else is happening in October 2019, that is a federal election, I suspect that we'll see regulations allowing for at least some of those products and maybe all of those products coming sooner than a year from now. So I think we may be looking at a matter of months.
And Mark, I expect the cartridge to be available in the rec market way before the beverages and edibles. Just the fact that we have it in the medical market underlies the ability to apply to healthcare and get it on the shelves. Yeah, and it really helps that we've got an amazing product development team. Dr. Shane Morris, who heads our new product development, is really killing it. And he's the one who led the effort to get the first CBD vape onto the market when nobody thought that was possible. So we're very, very pleased with that.
Yeah, and what's the selling price of that cartridge and on a per gram equivalent as well, if you can?
Ooh, you got me.
Yeah, we'll have to get back to you.
Yeah, I actually don't know that off the top of my head, nothing.
I think it was like $80, but quote me on that.
Okay, that's it.
I owe you an answer on that one, Matt.
Okay.
Again, if you'd like to ask a question, please press star and the number 1 on your telephone keypad. Your next question comes from the line of Matt Bottomley from Canaccord Genuity. Your line is open.
Good morning, everyone. Congrats on the quarter and the launch into Canada's rec market.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, so maybe just switching over to the quarter itself on the OpEx side. So I understand the commentary that proportionally with a lot of the selling or the selling and marketing expenses are going to come down, given that you had to do it prior to October 17th. But how do we look at these lines sort of at a consolidated level, maybe just directionally going forward? Obviously, there's going to be a lot more investment in your international operations and more consolidation of deals closing. So the roughly 60 or 70 million in total of your admin costs and your selling general admin, I imagine directionally that is going to increase over the next couple of quarters, but am I not understanding something on that, maybe just going forward on directionally where that's going to flow?
Yeah, Matt, the sales and marketing really was a unique sort of time where there was just, I think most of the major LPs were putting a lot of effort into brand building, brand awareness, that type of thing. We sponsored a number of high-profile events and concerts and all sorts of things to get the name out there. But it certainly can't continue on at that level. I'd say the sales and marketing is going to normalize much more like it looked in Q4. So, closer to half of what we did in Q1. As I noted, 80% of the increased spend in Q1 is kind of one-time, non-recurring stuff. There'd be a little bit of spillover into Q2 just because we were able to market right up till the 16th of October. But now we're into more focus on sales and lower dollar cost activities on the marketing side. So Q4 2018 is more representative of how I see this sales and marketing expense normalizing. The G&A is a little bit high this quarter. It was a very, very active quarter with a U.S. listing, with the integration of some pretty major companies like MedReleaf and things like that. And so that kind of blew up the G&A a little bit in terms of costs that will go away. I'm not going to say it's not dropping by half the way marketing will, but it should normalize down a little bit. That being said, that is part of the growth globally as we continue to bring new companies into the fold. We're going to, pick up the market leader in South America within a week or two here, and need to build out, the support capabilities for a company that's got the potential to lead and open the South American market for us. So G&A, I would expect to drop a little bit in this quarter, but it will continue to stay pretty steady and grow as we become more complex globally. I hope that helps.
No, it does. That's very helpful. Thank you. Just wanted to shift to this whole purchase order process with the provinces right now. So obviously you're allocating first and foremost to your medical patients and then also your international streams. with what's left over for sales into the Canadian rec market, is it fair to say that the provinces are buying whatever's offered to them? I'm assuming there has to be some sort of level of minimum commitment, but is it month by month right now, or how are these provinces actually taking product and communicating how much visibility there is on what their ordering might be?
It's, I would say it's all over the map. The provinces all have different systems in place. Our production team has told me that we could sell every gram we produce up until the end of June. That's every single gram that we produce if we wanted to into the adult usage market. So, as I said earlier, we're tempering it. We're meeting our commitments, and when we have extra supply, which we will start to ramp up supply from Sky, we will allow that for sale in the adult usage markets. Remember that the medical markets and the European markets fetch us more dough. Full stop.
Yeah, one of your questions is, will the provinces take whatever product's available? Yeah, I think they would. And the story there is an excess of demand over supply. So I think they're taking whatever product they can get from whatever producers. From our perspective, we do have commitments to our provincial partners, and we're going to go all out to meet them. But one of the things that I think that we're doing exceedingly well is that product allocation among the three market segments. We're not leaving our medical patients twisting in the wind. We're making sure that they have access to the range of products they need. Still, we've launched, I think, quite successfully into the consumer market, and what we found is that our products are very well known. So the brand awareness is there, and that suggests that some of the sales and marketing efforts that we made over the past quarter have actually borne fruit. And then at the same time, we're opening up additional markets around the world. So that product allocation, I think, has been outstanding. And by the way, I just have a note here with respect to Aurora Cloud, Martin's question. It's priced at $75 per unit, the Aurora Cloud CBD vape cartridge, and it's $52.50 per unit for compassionate patients, which are those who are on federal or provincial disability or make less than $25,000 per year.
And that's only the cartridge that's being quoted there. The pen, of course, is up to the patient, and it is a universal type of cartridge that fits in many different things.
Thanks, guys. Just one last question on my end, just on the international stage here. If you could provide any color, if there is any, on what's happening in the German tender process right now for domestic cultivation, and then between the various markets you were talking about on the call, Poland, Colombia, Australia, and others, which markets do you think are going to be the largest contributors to your current fiscal year 2019 for us to maybe focus more of our attention on going forward? I'll leave it there. Thanks.
In our opinion, certainly the EU is going to be the front runner amongst those nations that you mentioned. As far as the German tender goes, we're quite happy that it's still not out. When it comes out, we'll be prepared. We were selected in the first round, and then there was some kerfuffle from other LPs that ended up having it being delayed. But we're quite happy to continue to be the leader in Germany and actually widening that gap between others. It's a difficult country to get into. It's you have the EU GMP compliant. The hurdles are high, and as you've seen, there's not many being able to sell cannabis in Germany, and the ones that have don't have the proper distribution channels that set up yet. We were ahead of the game in the acquisition of Pedanios, which is now Aurora Deutschmark, I believe.
Deutschland.
Deutschmark. I'm gonna get kicked in my place, so I'm gonna in big trouble. But yeah, it's the EU for now, for sure. And but we're not turning away on any of our other nations. I think South America. You saw what happened with Mexico. That's moving very quickly. We've been in discussions. I can't say that either, but we've been in discussions all over this world. As Cam mentioned, in over 20 countries right now. Expect that to continue to increase at the same pace that it has over these last 18 months.
Yeah, so in the short term, Matt, Germany is going to be the major driver. That's a system that's growing very, very quickly. There's somewhere between 30,000 and 60,000 patients in the entire system. We only have clarity on the first 30,000 because those are reimbursed by insurers. And that's the only really good datum that we have to track patients. But it's growing very rapidly, as you would imagine, with patient reimbursement. As Terry says, the EU, I think, is going to be a very rich market for us, and it's the barriers to entry that are particularly important here. You have to have EU Good Manufacturing Practices certification in order to sell into those markets, and we currently have 3 of, I believe, 7 total licenses with EU GMP certification, and that would be our Aurora Mountain facility, our Medreleaf Markham facility, and the former Pedanios, now Aurora Deutschland itself on the distribution side.
Also, our Denmark facility, which is the first facility other than Bedrocam BV to grow cannabis in the entire EU.
Yeah.
Our competitors in Denmark don't even have a hole in the ground, and we have a facility built and are growing cannabis there. We started construction on the big facility in Denmark, Nordic Sky, but there's nothing to sneeze at having 250,000 square feet of very hybrid greenhouse. And the guys in Denmark, Mads Petersen, amazing job in being able to put this together so fast. The Minister of Health in Denmark was there with us, a management team just 6 weeks ago. Everybody's very excited about the Denmark market. They've done a great job of only having it in legislation and not having a prohibitive regulation, so we're going to be able to move more products, we believe, in Denmark than we're able to move in Canada. So it's an exciting place to be in, and the EU is our focus in regards to answering your question.
Great, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Matt.
Your next question comes from the line of Graham Kindler from 8 Capital. Your line is open.
Yeah, hi, good morning, gentlemen. You discussed earlier about maintaining the medical market. I just was wondering if you could share any indication on if active patient numbers have changed at all in the subsequent weeks from the introduction of adult use legalization.
Oh, I see what you're asking. There had been some initial concern that patients might leave the medical system for the consumer system. Is that what you're asking? Yeah, no.
Yeah,
We're actually we're seeing the opposite. We're seeing strong demand for new medical patients, and we actually held the line on patients to make sure that we wouldn't end up in a situation whereby we didn't have enough product or enough variety of products to satisfy the demand of our patients. So we're actually seeing very strong demand, and I've seen that reported elsewhere as well from some of the aggregators and clinics that they've seen an increase in visits, an increase in demand since October 17th. And the other thing to bear in mind is, at least for now, given the supply constraints in the consumer system, I don't think patients are going to be departing and using consumer cannabis anytime soon. And of course, there are some additional advantages to remaining in the medical system. For one, you can write the cost of your medicine off on your federal taxes, and two, we're seeing slowly rising incidence of insurance coverage for medical patients, which will never be the case for consumers.
To add to that, we've got the pharmacies coming online fairly soon with the changes in the new act. So you're going to see cannabis being dispensed from Shoppers Drug Mart to only a select few of licensed producers, PharmaSave, PharmaChoice. That again is going to remove more stigma around this medicine. And as we get closer to completing clinical trials, getting drug identification numbers, or at least pseudo drug identification numbers, more insurers will cover this product. The future is bright for the medical cannabis system, and we're a medical cannabis company globally. That's our focus. This adult usage is just a small sliver of a very big piece of pie. We'll manage that. We'll maintain it as we have. I think, I'd be as bold to say that we're the leaders in the adult usage market in this country so far. But it is early, and we're going to keep our nose to the grindstone. Congratulations to our team. I thought it might be a little bit worse than it was for Aurora, but this Aurora team is pretty impressive, and pretty proud of how we put together something that was a bit of a shit show.
Okay, thanks. And my other question here, gentlemen, talking about AgriPro and other hemp and CBD initiatives, can you give any comments surrounding what Aurora's thoughts are with the pending Farm Bill in the United States and what the opportunities might be within that vertical?
Love it. Love the opportunity. The AgriPro team, there's a young man named Manny. Scrimantis is his full name. I call him Manny. to say. He's a top-notch professional. He's going to be incorporating more upgrades to the organic supply in Europe, and it's quite a significant supply. The CBD market is really what you're speaking to, I believe. The hemp market, I've been quoted as saying, is going to be perhaps larger than the recreational use cannabis market in 20 years because of its full utilization. It's a food, it's a fiber, it's CBD, as well as it's used for for plants and for pets and for animals, and it doesn't have any intoxicating THC. Well, just a little bit, but nothing to screw you up. So that, to answer your question, AgriPro, the deal in Uruguay with ICC Labs, Hempco, those three are going to be a major focus. We have a CBD national team. We have a CBD plan. It's going to set up the distribution channels earlier than the THC channels. And in America, hats off. Let's hope that they are able to pass that, those acts and laws that are in place right now. Hopefully they can take CBD off of Schedule 1, maybe before THC. You're seeing the American system really move quickly now, especially with the exit sessions. 2 more states added to the adult usage market. That East Coast is just my lips are wet. My mouth is watering to get a piece into there, but we have to wait. We'll let our little brother Australis manage the American markets for now, and we're on top of it. The other, insight into the U.S. markets is, of course, Alps. Aurora Larson projects are involved in many bids with respect to high-quality facilities. The Americans are starting to get that us Canadians are building the right things up here. And guess what? We got that from the Dutch. So it's not like we invented it, but we certainly have taken the ball and started to build amazing facilities up here in Canada. At least Aurora has anyway.
Okay, that's it for me. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Graham.
Your next question, and your last question, comes from the line of Faha Hakoun from PI Financial. Your line is open.
Hi guys, it's actually Jason Zandberg here, phoning from PI.
Hi, Jason.
Hi. Great quarter. Just wanted to get an idea of what the product split was, or anticipate in the adult use in terms of pre-rolls versus dried flower versus oil. Do you have any insight in terms of what the market's demanding and what you're able to supply on that side?
We don't have those data yet, Jason. I'll tell you what the market's demanding right now, and that's cannabis products, period. So we know that the pre-rolls are selling incredibly well. They're flying off the shelves. But most of the product being sold right now is dried flower. In some provinces, I believe that we've been the only company with capsules on the market, and they've been flying off the shelves as well. So there's very strong demand across the board. I think if there's one that is an outperformer, I would say it's the pre-rolls, and that plays very well to our strategy because we've acquired a proprietary access to a proprietary system from Wagner Dimas that produces excellent pre-rolls with low wastage, and so we're quite bullish on that. And the nice thing about the pre-rolls, and it can't be emphasized enough, is these are value-added products. They're high-margin products. I mean, what are we getting for a half-gram pre-roll, Glenn? We get a much higher price than what we would for flour. So we're excited about that.
Okay, perfect. And just last question, your cost to produce came down nicely this quarter. With all the various facilities that are coming online going forward, where do you expect your costs to trend here? Are you expect it to go down more, or is there some fluctuations as some of these other facilities come online?
Hey, Jason, what we've seen is we had a little bit of a blip last quarter when we brought on Canamed, and we knew we were getting something that had a lot of potential, but they weren't that efficient at that time in terms of production. So we've come back down. The cost per gram to produce at Mountain is actually lower than the average cost that we reported, and so both Med Relief and Canamed are doing well. We're bringing them down in terms of cost to produce, but they're a little bit higher, resulting in that average of $1.45. What will really impact this average is as Sky ramps up. We've said that we expect Sky to produce at well less than $1 per gram. So you can think if that becomes the majority of the volume that we're producing, that's going to bring that average cost to produce well down. And I'm not trying to project any numbers for you.
You can add that.
And that's why we're kind of being a little bit coy about that, the cost to produce in terms of the Sky facilities. But I'm very, very optimistic. I mentioned in my remarks that we're building a high margin global cannabis business. That's very important to us. So, on the sales side, of course, we're developing new products, not the higher contribution products that are in demand, pre-rolls and capsules and things like that. But certainly on the production side, we talk about efficiency and world-class production. Why does that matter? It matters to us because this is money that flows directly to the bottom line. This is our EBITDA. So saving 50 cents a gram on the scale that we're producing at and will be producing at is very, very important. So directionally, you can expect it to continue to decline as the volume from Sky starts to become a larger majority of what we're producing.
Yeah, I'd add that at Sky, obviously our greatest efficiency will come when it's at full capacity. And so, once again, like Glenn said, I don't think we want to project out the next quarter right now. But I will say that the long-term trend is positive. And further evidence of that is what we've managed to achieve at the Canamed facility. When we went in there, we knew that we'd find a good, stable, consistent production system. But we also suspected that the production methods had not been, there hadn't been a continuous improvement committed to it. And that is, in fact, what we found. Since we got possession of the Canamed facility, we've actually managed to enhance yields by 40% already, and we're targeting even better than that. So, this is an ethic within this company, and it's one of the things that attracted us to MedReleaf because we believe that these, Aurora and MedReleaf were the two highest production efficiency per square foot companies in the industry. And that commitment to continuous improvement is ongoing. And we put together an expert team from Aurora, MedReleaf, and Anandia that is devoted specifically to continuing to wring greater efficiencies out of our production. And it's combining best practices from all those three backgrounds.
Yeah, consistency of the grow is absolutely key to go forward. Our philosophy of controlling environment at the nth degree, our philosophy of incorporating automation is going to avoid crop loss. Avoiding crop loss is absolutely key. In Aurora, and Aurora's never had a crop loss, nor do we expect that we ever will. Touch wood. But so far, so good. With the crew that we brought over from MedReleaf, and I've been involved in some of these grow meetings, just poking my nose in, and there's a lot of heady talk going on in those rooms, and bringing on similar inputs, similar delivery mechanisms, similar bands of environmental controls. For different strains, and having different strains have different environmental controls, pretty special. And not a lot of companies out there can do that. Certainly we knew MedReleaf could, we knew Aurora could, and Canamed could, and those are we targeted. And those are three medical cannabis companies that are growing a consistently high-grade, top-notch, high-yielding cannabis. And that has resulted in it being very popular in the adult use market as well, as we're seeing in the early days here. So we're in good shape. We're in great shape. Aurora is set to continue this awesome growth and successful growth and successful integration. It was our biggest risk. I think I mentioned on the last quarterly call. We've reduced that risk by having top-notch, world-class integration teams. Very satisfied at how the MedReleaf has gone off. We now have ICC and AgroPro and Anandia to integrate. They're smaller, but and we're getting better at it. So we're looking for successful integrations across the board.
Great, thanks, guys.
There are no further questions at this time. Mr. Cam Batley, I turn the call back over to you.
Thanks, Christine, and I want to thank everybody once again for participating in the call today. We look forward to speaking to you again next quarter, at which time we hope that we have just as many exciting things to talk about as we did today, and I anticipate that I will be just as highly caffeinated at that point as I am today.
This concludes today's conference call. You may now disconnect.
Oh man, that was long.
Yeah, holy smokes, that was long. Yo, investing hustler. Everybody's like, is that bulb burning your head?
Yeah, it is. I'm actually sweating right now. I have like so much lights on me right now. It's whew.
Yeah. Okay, wow. So, in the ACB's recovering now. We're up to 906.
That press conference might have done it well.
Yeah, they're going up now because everybody stopped talking. I'm just kidding.
But if I'm looking at TradingView.com, they're at 883, 884. But on my bank, they're at let's see what they are on my bank. On my bank, they're at 904.
904, yeah, it's 904.
They're gonna recover. So it doesn't look like I'm gonna get my $8 order today.
You're not going to?
Doesn't look like it, no. And this
we'll see
this
if
is
they hold
Canadian
$9.
dollars, by the way, because a lot of people get confused sometimes.
I mean, the markets are selling off like crazy right now. I don't know if you saw the Nasdaq's down almost 3%.
Yeah, apparently even Apple's down. Everything's down.
The FANGs are getting crushed.
Baba's down 2%. Tesla's down 4.5%. I mean 4.4. Yeah, Apple's down 4. It's good to see Apple under 200. I would like to buy Apple under 200 as a long-term investment. And they are officially no longer a $1 trillion company. Apple's now worth $970 billion. JD.com is only up 0.7%. That's surprising. A Chinese stock is up.
Yeah, JD.com's up today. I'm surprised.
Amazon's down. It looks like all the FANG stocks are down. Nvidia is down big. I actually would like to see Nvidia go to like 150. I doubt it though. That'd be a good buying.
They need Cam to do the press conferences. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I like the way Cam talks. The other people kind of like put me to sleep. You're talking about Cam Batley, right?
Yeah, he's good. They need him to do that.
Yeah.
So CanTrust is suing Aurora for 20 mil. I mean, that's just a little drop in the water, but.
Organigram's down. Alethea's down. Yeah, it pretty much just seems to be a red day in the market. So it's even though they had good earnings, it's just the market's just bringing them down. Everything's down except for like the few oddballs. Tilray's up 0.01%. Go Tilray.
0.01%.
Yeah.
Okay, Canon Medical. Sorry about that. Canon Medical.
No, it does look like Aurora's starting to slightly recover.
We're seeing a little bit of a recovery. I mean, 908. We're only down 3% now.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see the markets.
Yep.
We'll see if they recover.
Hard just said Nasdaq's down 3%.
3 full percent?
Yeah.
Oh. Those FANGs can't catch a bounce.
Planet 13. I did not read their earnings, so. But I don't think their earnings are going to be that great since they just opened their facility on November 1st. I think that next earnings for Planet 13 will be more important because then we're going to know how much they're making from that Las Vegas dispensary. But I hope Planet 13 goes down. It would be nice to see them go under $2 so I could buy back all the shares that I sold because I did sell not too long ago. I made a video on the Planet 13 shares I sold.
Where's Mac? Wait. See, this is why I've got 3 laptops, guys. I keep getting asked about 3 laptops, but I can't see the laptops. I can't see the
Can we
comments.
get Cam on our show? That would be amazing.
I can't see the comments when I'm on another screen.
Maybe
No, I can't.
Aaron can do it. He just had an interview with the Don. So if you could get the Don, then you could definitely get Cam.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don Carleone didn't really have much to say about the booming cannabis industry. He just told me not to talk about the family business, and that was it.
Yeah, he seemed mad at you because you don't.
Yeah, he was pissed. I'm not gonna lie. It was a hard interview, but I mean, at least we got him on the show.
Yeah. Well, this live stream's been on for like an hour and 24 minutes.
I know, this is crazy.
My butt hurts from sitting so much. At one point, I had I think 215 people. So I'm surprised with the show out with the people that showed up. So thank you guys for showing up.
Yeah, totally. I agree. Thanks everybody. tuning in.
Do you want to end it, or maybe answer a few questions? Anyone has a few questions? Any comments? Let's just
Yeah,
read
it's
a couple.
crazy. There's still 330 people. Like, you guys, you guys like us that much? You just want to hear us talk about stuff? Thank you.
Nah, you guys are awesome. These guys are awesome.
You guys are amazing.
No, you're welcome. We'll try
What's
to
up,
do,
Jordan?
we'll
You
try
have
to
a
do
question?
more live streams more often. I mean, they're fun and it's easy content. Everyone gets to talk, ask questions, so it's a good. This was actually our first live stream ever, so surprisingly, it did go pretty smooth. Anyone got
checked.
guesses with who's tied in with the mob? Who knows?
For
Who
shares,
knows?
a few thousand shares of ACB.
Oh man, where would you like to jump? I would like to buy Planet 13 under $2, American, and Canadian under $2.50.
I don't know what's up with Coke.
But I'm not sure if it'll. But I'll buy Planet 13 at $2, and if it goes under, I'm gonna put in a lot more money than I put in because I'm long with that company even if it drops
No
in the short
positions
term.
in Canopy.
ACB in 1 year, hopefully back to 15, but that's not guaranteed. It could continue to drop, which I don't mind because I sold off a crap load of my ACB shares, so I would love to buy back all my shares that I sold. I also made a mistake of selling ACB when I was trying to buy. Oh no, of buying. I forget. I made a mistake with ACB. Yeah, selling when I was supposed to buy, and then yeah. So I would love to see ACB go back down, which is weird because I love ACB, but I believe in ACB long term as well. Do you guys think the Santa Claus rally will start next week?
Yeah, no.
What do you think, Aaron? The Santa Claus rally, do you think it'll start next week?
I mean, we still got. It's not even halfway through November. I mean, we can see more. We could see some more selling in the markets.
I mean, it's difficult to say right now because last year we had a sell-off in the late November, or I'm not sure if it was the beginning of December or late November. So it might change this year, but the thing is, I also do expect a sell-off at the end of the year because if you guys Google the January effect, you will know what I'm talking about. Usually by the end of the year, there's always a nice little sell-off, and then January markets pick back up again. And just Google it, the January effect, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, either way, I mean, in a couple months, I mean, I hope to see ACB higher, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah. How do you view your stock prices? Are they live or delayed? Well, I view them on a couple different accounts. I view them with my bank, so what my bank tells me, and then I also view them on tradingview.com, which I would say is pretty up to date. It's live, and it looks like Aurora is dropping again on TradingView. Let's see.
It's 909 actually.
Yeah,
it's
no, on my
909.
bank it goes up, but now it's dropping on TradingView. So usually what that means is it's gonna drop on my bank eventually. I don't know. Yeah, because I like to view both, and I feel like TradingView's more accurate, and then my bank is just placing orders that they're just catching up on the orders that were happening 10 minutes ago.
Could be. It looks like ACB's going up though. It's weird. I don't know. 911 right now.
Yeah, no, it's going up on my bank too.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We could see a recovery. I mean, they did not like that press conference, though.
Thoughts on HMNY? Do I even have them on my watch list? I don't think I could give you thoughts.
911, yeah, 910, 909.
Helio, I don't have I could give you my quick thoughts. Okay, so they're a penny stock, so just like that, very
What's up,
volatile
Steven?
stock.
How's it going?
And they've been downtrending almost since IPO, so this is a scary stock, but it does look like they've reached their bottom, so high risk, high reward. I personally wouldn't invest into it, but you could probably get a lot from this company. ACB 6.9.
I mean, the stock's recovering after the press conference, so
your bank in BN is real time and the BNN is real time.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Bad for this. I could highlight this on a business show. You could definitely highlight this on a business show. First buy was at 150. That's a good buy for ACB with $1.50. So you're sitting in the green for life. I don't think ACB will ever go below. What is that noise? Is that me? Do you hear that?
yeah, I hear that on your end.
Technical difficulties. All right.
Is there a dump truck backing into your place?
I have no idea what that is. I think that's my cue. Just kidding. An hour and a half, guys. I'm surprised you guys aren't sick and tired of this. But you guys are awesome. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for showing up.
Some guy, sorry, there's some dude cleaning my windows. I was tripping out there for a second. Some guy's like,
1 second.
That was hilarious. Sorry, guys. Some dude's just got like a squeegee, like cleaning my window. Oh my goodness.
SP 7 times higher than Australis has no business. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here. I'm
YouTube live.
Yeah,
YouTube live every day.
Thanks for showing up, Corey. Because of this live stream, it was a success, so we will definitely be doing more live streams. That's for sure. Thank you, Corey. We'll see you on the next one.
Check their ACB stock.
People are saying Aaron thought someone was trying to break in.
Seriously, no, it was crazy. Like I heard this, and I see this guy with a squeegee, just like. He's still.
Can you do a quick summary? A quick summary on what? On today? So obviously we had a very nice morning because ACB did go up over $10 in the morning, and then what we saw was just people just collecting profits. Everyone
through the window to check out the 3 laptops.
Even Cyberworld 7, he sold 20,000 shares, so he caused that.
Sorry, you guys are funny. You guys are really funny. Like
we might continue to see a couple more red days, but if it continues to be red, I will continue to buy. That's for sure. Livestream was amazing.
I got my team of window washers.
Oh my god, I can't get rid of that noise.
Besting Hustler, are you you got like something backing up?
I have no idea. I thought I turned it off.
There's like a truck backing into your place or something. Oh man, you got your smoke alarm. Smoke alarm's going off.
It was my smoke alarm. That's annoying. Alright, well, you want to call it a day, Aaron? Or you got questions? People asking you questions, or?
No, it's okay. Yeah,
what's going on?
On fire.
Yeah, my house is gonna be set on fire, guys.
No, they're saying that you're shut. Oh my god, that's a good
happened?
one. Got it. Okay, this is too funny. Your house is on fire, dude. Hustler is actually squatting. Oh my god.
I'm squatting?
Yeah.
No, I'm sitting.
Wait, time to switch to LEDs, bro. The bulb's too hot.
Oh, trust me, I'm like sweating right now.
Still fresh though.
Bye, Sweet Black. We'll see you on the next one.
All right, guys. Yeah, so we're gonna wrap this up. You guys are too funny. You got too many lights on, apparently.
Apparently. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next live stream. Do we have a scheduled time for a next live stream, or it's just we're gonna?
Yeah. Give us some requests, guys. When?
Yeah. When do you guys want to see us live stream again? Maybe at the end of the week, Friday.
Canopy. We should do Canopy.
Oh, do a Canopy live stream?
Yeah, Wednesday. What do you guys? Go get that toast. I missed this stream, but keep the content coming. Sorry, guys. We're gonna wrap this up. Next live stream is ACB hits $15 tomorrow. I mean, that sounds great.
I think it automatically saves the live stream, right? This is our first live stream ever, so I have no idea how this works.
They just said your cell alarm is going off.
Yeah, my cell alarm. No, it's my buy alarm.
Yeah, it's just
you gotta buy in the red. You can't sell in the red. And no problem,
just hit
Rodolfo.
96 cents.
Oh, Tilray and Cronos are on Tuesday. That's tomorrow. Oh man, I had to Aaron had to wake me up this morning. I almost slept through this.
Yeah, it's true. So let's do a Canopy live stream if you're down. Are you down?
I'm down. It'll give me one day of rest. Yeah, we could definitely do that. It's hard to leave. You guys keep talking, and I don't want to.
I know you guys make us not want to leave,
awesome.
but I wish I could stay on live all day. But
I know.
I need some private time.
I need to go back to bed.
Investing Hustler's got to take a nap after this sell-off. It's back to $8.99.
See, I told you it's gonna drop again. But now on TradingView it's going up. They're like the complete opposite. but it happens.
Because it's delayed.
Yeah, it is delayed. All right, I guess this is our cue, right? We should go. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks
Yes.
for tuning in. I'm happy.
Well, make sure to
with
check
the
out
people
our.
that showed up.
If you haven't subscribed, make sure to check out our channels. Investing Hustler, Departures Capital.
Yeah, make sure to subscribe to both of us. I'll leave Departures Capital's link in the description, and don't forget to like. Don't forget to. Yeah, we already said that. Have a good day, guys. I don't even know how to sign out of this. I guess I just
Go to OBS and press stop streaming. I guess that's what I'm gonna do. Sorry, guys. We're out. We will see you guys live for Canopy.
Wait. Where do I? Oh, okay. OBS. Okay. All right, guys. Have a good one. We'll see you guys maybe Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Peace.